With us now, Nancy Keenan, president of Narrow Pro-Choice America. She called the Stupak-Pitts Amendment an outrageous blow to women's freedoms and privacy. Also with us, Kathy Roos, senior fellow at the Family Research Council. That organization called the amendment a huge victory for women and their families. Kathy, what was the victory?
Well, the victory is that the question is elective abortions and who should be forced to pay for those, the individual or the government. Before the Stupak Amendment passed, Americans would be forced to pay for other people's elective abortions.
That's not true. That's not true. That is
under both the public option plan and under the federal subsidies.
It's not true.
Absolutely true. That's why
the objection was to the use of the exchange. I'll have this debate, but you have to operate in the factual reality, which is you're saying that all of the private insurance being sold on a publicly established exchange cannot fund elective abortion. And that is not federal dollars paying for abortion. That's federal dollars paying for an exchange upon which private insurance is sold, where elective abortions are provided.
The Stupak Amendment did two things. It prohibits federal funding for covering elective abortions, but it allows private insurers to carry coverage of elective abortions so long as no federal tax dollars are involved. And let me just highlight the point.
Kathy, you're not dealing with, you can't, just coming on television and lying is not journalism, nor is it actually beneficial to the country. Let's talk about what we're discussing, which is the establishment of an exchange upon which private insurance will be bought and sold, established with federal dollars. Nancy, you were going to say?
Yeah, listen, we know that about 80 to 85% of private insurance companies today presently cover abortion care. And what the Stupak Amendment does is basically means that women will not be able to purchase insurance coverage that covers abortion with their own money, in this new health care system. That's the reality of the Stupak Amendment, and it is outrageous that they are saying that this is good for women, or that this is somehow the status quo. This goes far beyond the status quo.
Kathy, you can see, if you answer my question, I'll keep you all day. If you just want to talk, I'm going to ask you to go away. Why is it a victory for women to ban women from being able to use their own money to buy private insurance that would cover elective abortion? How does a woman win by being denied the opportunity to use the money she makes working in our economy to buy private insurance that may provide her with elective abortion? Why is that a victory for a woman?
Most American women oppose federal funding of abortions.
That's not my question, Kathy. I'm asking you a very specific question. Imagine, close your eyes. Imagine I'm a woman and I've got my own money and I want to buy a health insurance plan that gives me the possibility of an elective abortion.
Stupak allows.
No, it doesn't. Not on the exchange. That's the whole point.
It allows private insurers to cover elective abortions.
It's not
as long
true.
As the federal
That's
dollars
the whole
are not
point
involved.
of it. It's crazy. Nancy, go ahead. It's not the entire point of this. It's to use the fact that private insurance is sold on a publicly funded exchange to ban all private insurers from being able to sell coverage with elective abortion.
They can sell coverage with elective abortion.
Basically,
hold on, Kathy.
Dylan, you are exactly right. This means that if private insurance companies want to participate in the marketplace, in the exchange, they, as private insurance companies, are not allowed to have policies that provide abortion care because, quite honestly, they are just not going to go into the marketplace if it's not allowed in that marketplace. And that's why it is so far beyond the status quo and is so unjust to women in this country who, again, want to purchase insurance with their own money, are not allowed to do it.
But it does seem like a good way if you want to reduce the availability of elective abortion in this country to basically prevent private insurance from paying for anybody to have an elective abortion. This is a great way to get that done. Wouldn't you say,
Dylan,
Nancy?
Can I say something about
here? There's a goal
Kathy,
here, Dylan.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Dylan, there's a goal here. They want Roe versus Wade overturned fundamentally, and they want to derail health care reform. And that is the strategy of this Stupak Amendment. They want to derail health care reform, and they're using this as a way to do it. And again, it is unconscionable that the women of this country are going to be denied insurance coverage because of the Stupak Amendment.
Yeah. All right. Listen, Kathy, in the future, if you could just come with inside the domain of the facts, it makes for a more productive conversation. I recognize it's gratifying to cast the accusations because it gets people worked up. It's fun. You're like, the government, I hate the government, or government's paying for it. But it's not what's going on here. There's an exchange that's being established by the government upon which private insurance will be bought and sold with private individuals. And the argument in Stupak is that exchange should not be a place where elective abortion can be conducted. It's more beneficial, I think, to the whole country country if the debate is had inside the domain of reality as opposed to sort of just nonsense.
Can I talk about the status quo? Can I make a point about that? We hear that this is going to change the status quo. Well, the status quo is today most people pay for their abortions out of their own pocket, and while insurers carry abortion coverage, most employers don't include that as an offering in their insurance, and so most Americans today don't have elective abortion insurance coverage. So what this would do without the Stupak Amendment would be a massive expansion of insurance coverage of elective abortion subsidized by the federal government. Americans are against this. 64 Democrats
Nancy, you make your last point and we'll get out of here.
That is so wrong. 80 to 85% of insurance policies in this country offer abortion coverage. And so the fact is that women who presently have that coverage are going to lose it. And the bottom line about health care reform was that women should not lose what they already have. The Stupak Amendment basically forces women to lose what coverage they presently have.
Nancy, Kathy, we'll talk to you soon. Right